Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Hope you are well by the grace of Almighty Allah. Welcome to NIEBS Homeschool. This is Fatema Sabrin Shikha, Assistant Teacher of English, National Ideal English Version School, Morning Shift. Today I am going to take English language class for the students of class 3 on the topic of preposition, time and place. I am repeating, today our topic is preposition, time and place. Students, this is our 11th lecture and 9th homework. I'm repeating, this is our 11th lecture and 9th homework. Students, take your new Enjoying Grammar book and open page number 84. Prepositions of time, and this is chapter 25, and we today will learn about chapter 25 and 26. That means prepositions of time and prepositions of place together. With your book, take your notebook and writing elements. First, we'll discuss about preposition, that means prepositions of time and place, and then we'll discuss some exercise. You have to pick them in your notebook. So let's begin. Our today's topic is preposition. And first we have to know what is preposition. Preposition is a word which sits before a noun and make a connection with a noun or other words of a sentence. Today we'll specifically learn about prepositions of time and prepositions of place. First, we'll start our discussion with prepositions of time. At, on, in, for, since, till, from, and to are prepositions of time. So, at, on, in, for, since, till, from, and to. These are called prepositions of time. Students, now we'll learn about where we'll use all these prepositions. First, we use at when we talk about time. I'm repeating, we use at when we talk about time. Number 2, we use on with dates and days. I'm repeating, we use on with dates and days. You know date, if we say 1st October, 1st January, 3rd January, 6th May, these are called date. And we know how many days are there? There are 7 days. So before dates and days, we have to use preposition on. Next, we use in with weeks, months, and years. I'm repeating, we use in with weeks, months, and years. So when we'll find the mention of any week or month, that means we know there are 12 months, January, February, March, like this, and year. You can say year like 1971, 2020, these are called years. So before weeks, months, and year, we have to use preposition in. Next, we can use from ... to show the beginning and the end of an action. I'm repeating the rule. We can use from ... to show the beginning and the end of an action. Students, when we'll find any action, work, or incident, beginning and ending time, we have to use from ... to. That means if we find in a sentence the beginning time and ending time, we have to use this rule. Now we'll practice some exercises and we'll discuss why we use these prepositions. Look, first example, we will go out to play at 5 o'clock. Students, can you say why we use at as preposition here? Okay, look. Our first rule is we use at when we talk about time. And here in the example, we find 5 o'clock. Here we are finding the mentioning of time. So before time, we have to use preposition at. Next example, we will go to swim at 6 o'clock on Sunday evening. Students, look, we put on before the word Sunday. So Sunday is the name of 7 days. We say we use on with dates and days. So as we find the name of the day, Sunday, we have to use preposition on. Next, I was born in 2001. So here we find a year. So this is year, and before year we have to use in according to our rule. Come to this rule, we use in with weeks, months and years. So 2001 is year. Last one, I do my homework from 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock every day. Students, look, here we find 2 times. Here first one 4 o'clock and second one 6 o'clock. So here I do my homework 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock. So we have to mention the times properly. For that we use first from and after to. From 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock every day. Because our rule is we can use from the to show the beginning and the end of an action. Here we find the beginning action and here ending action. I hope this one is clear to you. Now we'll learn about prepositions of place. In, at, by, on, under, beside and between are prepositions of place. I'm repeating: in, at, by, on, under, beside and between are prepositions of place. These words tell us where a person, a place or a thing is. They tell us about the place or the position of nouns. So with this we can easily know the position or place of a noun. At the beginning I said what is preposition. Now look at these examples. Sunaina lives in Shillong. Here students, we find a name of a place. So before any place we have to use in, preposition in. And look, the word Shillong starts with capital letter. And we know any place, the name of any place starts with capital letter, and before it we have to use preposition in. Next example, her house is at the corner of Pyongyang Street and Sim Yam Lane. Students, look, we use in this example at. We have to identify where the house. We have to specify where the house. So the sentence states that the corner of Pyongyang Street and Sim Yam Lane. So we can say beside Pyongyang Lane Street or Sim Yam Lane, but this is at the corner. At the corner, if you say at the corner, straight or middle, so we have to specify. That's why we use preposition at. Next one, the dog is lying under the tree. I'm repeating, the dog is lying under the tree. So where can a dog lie? Think about a tree. Top part and lower part. Yes, it's impossible to stay or lie at the top of the tree. So it must be under the tree. So mention under, we have to use preposition under. The dog is lying under the tree. Next, there is a church beside the school? Where is the church? We'll find the answer beside the school. Okay, so preposition will be beside. Have to mention where is the church, beside the school. Last one, there is a post box between the church and the school. Okay, I'm repeating, there is a post box between the church and the school. So where is the post box? Here we find two places, the church and the school. These are called nouns and we have to specify where. So you find two, and for two, thing, person, we have to use between. Students, here I want to inform something more. I will tell you about the rule of among. The word is not in your book, but for your betterment, I am saying the rule. If we find two person or two thing, we'll use between. And if we find anything, any person more than two, we'll use among. For example, we can say, divide the mangoes between the two brothers or two sisters. So for two, we use between. And another example, we can say, divide the mangoes among the people, among the ladies. So it means here we find more than two people. So for more than two people, we'll use among, and for only two people, we'll use between. I hope you understand the matter. Okay students, now we'll do some exercise based on prepositions of time and place. Our question is, complete these sentences with in, on, at, under, between, beside. So you have to fill all the gaps with some preposition that are given in the question. Our first question is, it gets very hot in Hyderabad, dash summer. Students, look, summer. Summer is the name of season. It's specified. So before a season, we have to use preposition in. In. It gets very hot in Hyderabad in summer. Number 2, what are you doing dash Saturday? Okay, we find the gap before this word. This is Saturday and this is a name of one of 7 days. So as we find a name of day, we must have to use on. Students, come to this rule. We use on with dates and days. So we find days, the day is mentioned Saturday. So we have to use on in the gap. What are you doing on Saturday? Number 3, I wake up every day dash 6:30 a.m. Students, can you guess what will be in the gap? Think about the rules and try to find what will be in the gap. Okay, come to this rule. We are saying about time. So our first rule is we use at when we talk about time. And we give the example of we will go out to play at 5 o'clock. So here we find time and use preposition at. So in the gap of number 3, we have to use at. I wake up every day at 6:30 a.m. Number 4, my brother Adit was born gap 7:45 a.m. Another gap to October 1999. So here again we find time. So students, you know before time we have to use preposition at. So I'm writing here at. And in the second gap, can you say what will be the answer? Think about it. I hope you can understand what will be in the gap. Okay, This is a date. 2nd October. So before date we have to use, can you guess what will be in the gap? Okay, come here. We use on with dates and days. So date, 2nd October is a date, and before date we have to use preposition on. So in the gap I am writing on. My brother Adit was born at 7:45 a.m. on 2nd October 1999. Now number 5. They stood gap a tree to avoid getting wet. Okay, this is very clear. I hope they stood, and we are saying about a tree. It's definitely under a tree, because I said we can't stay at the top of a tree, so we have to write here under. They stood under. U-N-D-E-R, under. They stood under a tree to avoid getting wet. Now come to number 6. Shala is hiding dash the wall. Where can we hide? We hide behind something. So here we find wall. So Shala is hiding behind the wall. Here we find, okay, we have to write behind. B-E-H-I-N-D, behind. Shala is hiding behind the wall. Okay, now number 7. Is your class dash the library and the office? Okay, I'm repeating. Is your class dash the library and the office? Students, here we find the library and the office. Two nouns. So we have to compare between two. For this we have to use between. Is your class between the library and the office? So here I'm writing the preposition between. B-E-T-W-E-N. Between. Is your class between the library and the office? Number 8. Karan is my partner. He sits dash me in class. Okay, we sit with our partner, right? Beside our partner. So here the sentence saying Karan is my partner. He sits dash me in class. He sits beside me, at the side of me. So as preposition we have to write beside. B-E-S-I-D-E, beside. He sits beside me in class. Number 9. I live dash Chennai. Okay students, this is very easy. I hope you can guess what will be in the gap. I live gap Chennai. Students, we usually say I live in Dhaka, I live in Chittagong or Chattogram, I live in Sylhet. So here we find the place Chennai. So before our place, we have to use in. I live in Chennai. I'm repeating, I live in Chennai. Okay students, another word we have to add here. In the question we have to write here behind. B-E-H-I-N-D, behind. Okay students, I hope you understood all this and the topic is clear to you. Now I'm giving your homework. Your homework will be exercise 1 to 9. I'm repeating, your homework will be exercise 1 to 9. And students, write the only answers of these gaps. No need to pick the questions, write only answer. So your homework will be exercise 1 to 9, only answer. And don't forget to write the lecture number and homework number with the submission date. Our lecture number is 11 and homework number is 9. And write the submission date. The submission date will be the date of Sunday, because on every Sunday you have to submit your SW copies. Students, do your homework in your SW copy. Guardians or anyone else can submit your SW copies on every Sunday and can collect your previous copies on next Sunday. You need to be serious because you will get your CT, diary and SPA marks on the basis of the submission of your SW copies. That's all for today. Hope you have understood today's topic. Keep practicing at home and abide by your parents. Stay well and see you again. Till then, Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.